I met with Dale Moss, Managing Director of British Airways subsidiary OpenSkies, at their North American headquarters. I wanted to meet with Dale to discuss OpenSkies' all business class service and to interview him for a global traveler one-on-one. I started the meeting by asking Dale what makes OpenSkies unique and different.
Thanks, Fran. OpenSkies is a dream, and it started 3 years ago, actually, this month. And the notion was, how can we find a way to give a better product at a better price for those people who are looking for business travel, business class travel, from continental Europe to either New York, Boston, or Washington. And we began a process, it was 3 years ago, where we looked at it and looked at the product, looked at the price point, looked at all the things that we possibly could and said, is there an opportunity for us to move in and provide a market with something that they don't have? And the answer was, as history would say, yes. Yeah, we did find something.
Many of our flyers don't understand the OpenSkies 2 business class platform. Can you tell us about BizBed and BizSeat?
Sure. Two products, because I think in today's world, levels of market segmentation, I think are very, very important. Customers are wanting to travel in a different experience, and they perhaps have different price points and different needs. The aircraft has a 2x2 seating configuration throughout the entire aircraft, which is a very exclusive without being an expensive proposition. Let's start with the BizSeat. BizSeat is a wonderful seat that was probably a first-class seat maybe 12 years ago. A nice wide seat, 140 degree recline. It's a very comfortable way to travel. Very, very nice indeed. We've got great catering, nice wines. If you're leaving from the United States is a dinner and of course a breakfast, and coming back the other way, there's a very fine lunch out of Paris and a nice little snack on the way just before you get into the New York area. So I think what we've gone through over the past 2 years, some corporations have really looked very earnestly at what their travel spend is and finding new ways of trying to save money. And I think our product portfolio really addresses those needs, as well as those who are premium leisure travelers who are looking for a different product, not traveling with 200 or 300 or 400 other people. And they're looking at that at price points that make sense for them. So our BizBed as a product is oftentimes 50% cheaper than our competition. And the BizSeat is just a great opportunity for customers to travel in a level of comfort and non-hassle that is so different from any of the legacy carriers that exist today. So while they haven't heard it, it's a new concept. It's how do we bring in two products in the business environment, and I think we've done that.
As you know, L'Avion flyers love the service and product. How has OpenSkies and L'Avion become one airline?
Well, I think when OpenSkies and L'Avion started, we were running parallel, but it was very quick. Perhaps a week after we began, that we announced, that OpenSkies began, that we announced the acquisition plan, and then just a month later when the acquisition was finalized. And what we've always dreamed was this marriage of French and American methodology and thinking and style and warmth to mix it up in a new kind of recipe that offers more benefit for customers, where they feel a sense of warmth and a sense of style, a sense of energy, and not a sense of the same old stuff, different day. Because we recognize in a small company, Fran, in a small company, we can't afford to have a bad day. We don't have enough people that we can afford to have frontline people having a bad day. And they know that. There is a great sense of responsibility. And they recognize that, it is our job to make the customer feel very special, to feel part of who we are. We've got 3 values that we manage inside of our business. We want to be smart, we want to be colorful, and we want to be connected. And smart is just about being more clever. Is whenever we can. A better product at a better price is smart. The way we think about people, the way we anticipate, that's smart. For us to be colorful, we've got to be colorful. If we're the same as the big guys, we're dead. And we know that, and everybody knows that. So our people, if our cabin attendants treat people the way everybody's cabin attendants treat people, we're dead. We're absolutely dead. And they know it, thank goodness. They know it. And then the last one is to be connected. We think if we're connected as a team with one set of goals and objectives, we know that we can relate to our customers better than anybody can. Because great service is not just about reacting. Great service is about anticipating. And that's what this marriage of things have done.
Dale, OpenSkies is fully owned by British Airways. How does this benefit travelers?
Fran, we're delighted that we're a wholly owned subsidiary of British Airways. I think it's a fantastic company, and we've always, when OpenSkies was born, it was always born with the notion that we would be a laboratory for research and development that we would share with our parent company, British Airways. I think the benefit for customers is we have the strength and the stability of British Airways behind us. In addition to that, of course, we have the Executive Club, which is the frequent flyer program, which is a world-class frequent flyer program. To be a small boutique airline as we are and have a formidable Executive Club frequent flyer program like that is a huge advantage for every customer who's traveling with us, and it's a great opportunity. And now with things that are happening on the alliance side with British Airways and Iberia, and what happens with British Airways and American Airlines, and how the antitrust immunity hopefully will come through here in the next little bit, all those portend real good benefits for customers into the future. So we're excited at the platform we're in now as a stage into the next age of development of OpenSkies. In addition to that, our new gateway. We're as tickled as we can be with Washington. We'll be flying Paris, Washington, Dulles. And that's Paris-Orly, which is a big advantage for all the Parisians. It's their favorite airport, and there's a reason for it. It's just a heck of a lot closer to Paris, and they take full advantage of that. And in Paris, we have a chance to really know so many of our customers, and that's worked really well. And we'll do the same thing in Washington.
Dale, how does the One World Alliance affect the Dulles flight?
Well, Fran, pretty soon things are going to start developing for British Airways and how they're working with both Iberia, which is not just an alliance but a merger, but also with American, which that alliance seems to get stronger and stronger all the time, and hopefully over the course of the summer that will become more and more a part and parcel of the British Airways brand and the British Airways business. We look forward to a strong relationship with both Iberia and with American, especially in our Dulles Airport Gateway in Washington. I think there's a great opportunity for travelers who have the Advantage frequent flyer program in that area, and a variety of other things. I think the matchup is going to be really special for business travelers, perhaps even government travelers in the Washington area. We're excited with that. It's still early days, but there's great potential on that one.
Dale, I've known you for many years. I'm sure our viewers would like to hear about your career in aviation.
Oh, Fran, I'm happy to talk about OpenSkies. If I were to talk about my whole career, it'd go back so far, But let's have some fun with it. What we've done with OpenSkies, and I say what we've done because it's been a real team effort, has been the most exciting, the most thrilling, some days the most heartbreaking, and perhaps the biggest learning experience I've ever known. It's a bit scary to be 60 years old and still have a vertical learning curve. It's because, the world is changing so fast, and the exciting thing is that if you don't change with it, you become old, irrespective of your age. And none of us want to get old, and I've been just having the ride of my life, having a lot of fun, a lot of heartaches, along the way, a lot of nights when only 3 or 4 hours of sleep, but I wouldn't have traded it for the world. It's been a great ride, and I've loved every minute of it, and look forward to us coming through the other side of these difficult times, which we're starting to get a feel for now. I think Winston Churchill had a wonderful line during World War II. He says, if you're going through hell, keep going. And that's what everyone in the industry has done, and that's what we've done at OpenSkies. We believed in our proposition. We believed in the relationship we have with the customer. We believed in the relationship we have with one another and with the relationship with British Airways. And so I'm happy. I'm certainly much happier this year than I was last year.
I hope you enjoyed our interview with Dale Moss, Managing Director of OpenSkies. I flew OpenSkies recently, and the biz bed is wonderful. Join us for another Global Traveler one-on-one. Until then, save me an aisle seat.